Morning, everyone. Grimith here. Been a while since I did a channel update. Let's pretend like I'll make it brief. At this year's start, I threw myself with gusto into everything. Broadcast and local recordings coming out of every orifice while visiting kids and doing tutoring work again. I was embracing the zest of life that I had lost in the months before and after my father's death. Well, in February, as some of you know, my throat collapsed. I damaged my voice, partly through overexertion, partly through sickness, and partly through a severe allergic reaction, which caused me to wake up panicking, because I thought my throat had sealed completely. I haven't felt the same since. I don't have my full vocal range, and while I'm not in pain, it still feels odd to speak sometimes, like I'm expecting the pain to come back, so I talk different. Like it takes a conscious effort on my part to, like, I have to think about the voice I used to have and adopt it, because otherwise I just kind of default to, like, going down low.
And don't even get me started on trying to do shit like this.
Holy fucking shit.
Like, it feels so alien for me. It really did. Like, those voices used to come second nature to me. I could just flick those out, and now what used to be almost like breathing, just, you know, sort of like an autonomous thing, it's now I have to, like, consciously, like, focus on it in order to be able to accomplish those. It's bizarre for me. And that, combined with other life exertions, has really drained me. I wanted to do a lot more of Let's Get On With It this year. Instead, some days I've looked at my computer and said, what the fuck's the point? You really tried earlier this year. You really cared enough to fucking just sweep yourself up in a whirlwind. I'm a slacker by nature. It takes a lot for me to fucking, like, muster up, like, the energy and the care to do something like that. And I did. And I got fucked. Like, that completely burned me. I've cast a great deal of, like, hatred and frustration at myself that I feel like I'm the reason I wrecked my throat. And, like, as if I've worsened my own quality of life. Why do it again? We're at July's end right now, and we're still on Demon's Crest and Open XCOM. Granted, both of those games are done. Demon's Crest has a secret final boss I'll try to defeat, but I feel like after 3 playthroughs of the game, I've done the request. I think affable giraffable. I think he's good. Open XCOM is also beyond Joshua Hearn's 15-hour request. I totaled up the minutes this morning in preparation, because, you know, I'm gonna be uploading that before the end of this weekend, and, like, I dropped off all the seconds and just left, like, the minutes. Like, I rounded down all the seconds, and I ended up with exactly 1,000 minutes, which divided by 60, presuming that I still have some comprehension of how to do basic math, is over 16 and a half hours. Like, it's 16 and 2/3 repeating. And then you add in all the seconds I dropped off, and then you add all of the time I spent compiling and collecting your fucking names. yeah, I'm gonna be putting that one to bed soon, too. Which means we can finally complete more of the Rewarding the Rewarders request list that we created 4 years ago now. God, it has been 4 years. I feel like I was so much sharper then. Like, all the anger gave me clarity of mind. That sounds dumb to say. Maybe that's because I am dumb. For 1.5 years now, since before my father's death, basic logic eludes me. I make simple errors. During Zerfall's charity broadcast, I thought cabbage was a fruit. Like, it was like during, like, the murder trivia thing, and I legit put cabbage as a fruit. Fucking, like, duh. Like, why wouldn't cabbage be a fruit? Didn't fucking think anything at more than it. I'm not all here anymore. I've told folks it's because I'm medicated and sedated, like I used that during anime game week. I said that. But that was misleading on my part. That was mendacious. That was me lying. I'm not here. It's odd. I don't know how to feel. I have a strange peace of mind that has eluded me for so long. Like, I'm not that worked up about this, I guess. I've gotten riled up this year about things, but I don't know whether it's lethargy. Like, I don't have the energy right now to be worked up. When I was younger, I dreamed of, like, having a peace of mind, of being dumber and less angry. Looks like I'm finally there. Well, I do plan on continuing and finishing the Rewarding the Rewards request, contrary to what some folks do believe. The list is ongoing, and it will be resolved. I do hope it will be, barring more acts of God or failures on my part, preferably before I die. I think it'll be harder for me to record and upload if I'm dead. I don't know what kind of voice I'd have as a ghost. In addition, I hope to pick up a more active schedule in live broadcasting, of course, on the Mixer website, which used to be named Beam. It's not because Microsoft bought it, because Microsoft bought it last year. Before Beam became Mixer, I won't go too much into that. There's a welcome blog post that Matt, one of the original founders of Beam, wrote that I can link in the video description, along with, of course, my Mixer.com streaming page, along, of course, my Google Documents spreadsheet schedule that I made at the start of this year that I will flesh out again for August, I suppose. Do note, however, that the broadcast will be happening in the evening, at night, late night, my time. It is summer, still, and boy, has my body felt it. And, so that I don't expose you all to the soothing tones of air conditioner, as wonderful as some of you may find it, I limit my broadcasting to then. During local recordings, it's not that big of a deal because I can just run it between videos, but during live streaming, So there's that. And one other thing. This is an effort for me to try and kick myself out of, like, my lethargy and just sort of, like, grasp back onto, like I suppose, like, interacting with you folks again. And I'll explain a bit about that. Like, another reason I've been dispirited about resuming our Let's Get On With It adventures is because, okay, so the YouTube comment system was never great for long-form group discussion. However, it has cumulatively worsened since the Google Plus integration. I sometimes do not receive notifications for your comments, particularly when they're posted in comment chains. Like, I use a combination of, like, the bell at the top right corner. Like, I had to switch to, like, getting emailed my comments, which doesn't really happen even though I've enabled that option. And I go to, like, my dashboard to the comments page, and I use multiple, like, avenues to try and keep track of comments. And so much of them, I'm sure, have just, like, I go to, like, individual video pages to make sure. But, particularly this year, like, it's been so bad. I can't fathom how many comments I may have missed particularly because like there may have been replies to comment chains where I just didn't get anything for, and that bell up there only tracks so much. Compare that to YouTube's like old like built-in like inbox system where I could sift through each individual comment one at a fucking time. And that was back when I was fucking more active. Like I could keep a better track of these things. Like good lord, some of you as well like ask me questions I can't answer, cannot answer them because your comment settings prevent anyone, including me, from replying. The fucking owner of the damn channel who uploaded the video is fucking disallowed from replying to your question that you're asking me. It's fucking frustrating. Alright, I'm worked up about something. You know, and so there's that. All of that, and that's the spirit of me. You know, that ends up being a draw from like live stream chat. You know, that'd say like an attractive feature of doing like live broadcasting. You know, as much as you might either feel ambivalent or annoyed towards your fellow chuckle fucks, or you might not identify as one of those. God, I wouldn't want to. Like, you know, there is the sense that, hey, like they can interact, and there's a really fucking strong chance I'll read it, and I might even reply to them. Like, live stream chat has its own flaws, too, of course. Like, non-permanence, volatility, limited participation, because most of my viewers don't watch my live broadcasts, for good reason. Like, you know, I have viewers worldwide. They can't exactly conform to my narrow, like, windows of free time for live broadcasting. With that in mind, I'm actually... I've given this some thought, and I've decided to create a public Discord server in the hopes of facilitating better communication among my viewers. I've had so many viewers connect with each other through me over the years, whether it's through the comments or through my live streams. People who befriended one another, folks who now game and roleplay together. There have even been lovebirds who started dating. Yep, they got fucked. And I want to see whether Discord can be a good supplement to the Let's Get On With It experience. Whether it, you know, I love doing this because it satisfies my desire to elevate and enrich the lives of others. And in all the feedback I've received over the years, I have most certainly accomplished that, helping folks through high school, college, divorce, both that they've experienced and that they've like been a part of as kids and their parents separating, depression, like personal like family tragedy when people have had loved ones who've died, and they really connected with what I went through and what little bits I shared when my father died. I have viewers who would have committed suicide were it not for their experiences. And their connection through what I have shared. Yeah. That stuff hits me particularly hard. I've never set out to be your friend, and I can't help anyone fix themselves. But I am glad that through what I do, I have been able to elevate and enrich other people, even indirectly. And I've been able to be a part of lives of folks and made their lives better. So, I suppose this will test out my vocal capabilities. I want to see whether a Discord server thing can end up being a good supplement to the Let's Get On With It experience. I don't know whether it'll be worth the time invested, whether it'll just end up being like a thing that gets left on the wayside, that folks either have muted or just sort of like lurk in and wait for like my announcements for things. I don't really have like any fully fleshed out plans for like organizational things for what I might want to do with it. I haven't even gotten to that stage yet because I haven't enough fucking energy to fucking push through to do a lot of shit. This was just something I resolved to like do like over the past 24 hours. I've been giving it a bit more thought this week. But then finally I was like, what the hell, try it. Damn. Whew. Alright. Part of me is like, maybe scrap that? Maybe start this again? That would fucking take effort. We just talked about the fact that I'm fucking lethargic and I don't have any effort. Alright, folks. That's our brief channel update done. As is usually the case, I am not looking for your opinions and suggestions on how Grimith can resolve his lethargy. Have you considered buying a bushel of puppies? You know, not looking for advice on that. But I am interested in discussing, as we have for all these years, topics that directly and peripherally relate to the Let's Get On That experience, which I'm hoping that we can continue to do through the YouTube comments, and through live streaming, and through maybe a Discord server as well. That will be linked in the video description as well. And also, I do believe you can go directly to my streaming page, and since I've made the Discord server public, there should be a button next to like my YouTube and Twitter buttons that you can just fucking click on and join the Discord server. If you're even like a subscriber to me and have like your Discord account like linked with your Mixer account, it will auto-assign you like the subscriber rank. Woohoo! Because there's a Mixer bot, and you can have access to like the emotes like across all of the Discord servers, and woo, perks. And also, like, you can have yourself identified as someone who should be shamed. How dare you? How dare you sacrifice your money and entrust it to me for safekeeping because you make terrible life choices? No, but seriously, I'm out. I have a Terra mission to complete, an Earth to save, nor get fucked one way or the other. Take care, folks. I'll talk to you all later.